DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, this is DFA Online here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. The Philippine Embassy in Yangon is working double time to locate the 4 missing Filipinos following last week's magnitude 7.7 earthquake in Myanmar. The 4 are feared trapped in the 12-story villa condominium in Mandalay City, one of the worst disaster sites in the Southeast Asian state. In an interview Wednesday, Department of Foreign Affairs or DFA Office of Migration Affairs Director Catherine Alpay said the majority of those retrieved from the Sky Villa since Tuesday were already deceased. She said the embassy team is doing everything possible to check the cadavers being retrieved as quickly as possible and are establishing linkages with the Mandalay Hospital. Alpay said most of the bodies retrieved in Mandalay were already in the advanced stage of decomposition and were cremated due to the lack of facilities and cold storage units. Meanwhile, she said the embassy was able to request local rescuers to extract tissue samples from the deceased persons first and alert them if he or she is identified as a Filipino. Despite this, she said the DFA is hoping that the 4 are still alive. Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Eduardo Jose de Vega said most of the hard-hit areas are under the administration of the military junta, but a large part of the country is controlled by various armed and secessionist groups. He said Myanmar doesn't have the capabilities to undertake a massive rescue operation, and that's why the government is asking for help from other countries.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In our news, the Philippine Embassy in Australia said Philippine and Australian officials recently convened in Canberra to discuss the two countries' expanding cooperation on agriculture. During the 6th Philippines-Australia Agriculture Forum or PAFF, the two sides tackled expanding cooperation and capacity building in critical areas such as sanitary and phytosanitary measures, plant and animal biosecurity, herd build-up, disease diagnostics, fisheries collaboration, climate resilience, and sustainable agricultural practices, including soil health and market access. According to the embassy, Manila underscored greater access for Philippine agricultural products in the Australian market and emphasized the need to enhance the balance and mutual benefits of the trade relationship. Australia, for its part, shared insights on its agricultural traceability strategy, which enables tracking of products from production to consumption to ensure food safety and prompt responses to food incidents. Following the forum, the Philippine delegation engaged with officials from the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade or DFA and the Department of Industry, Science and Resources or DISR to discuss market access and trade remedy options. The Philippine delegation led by Philippine Department of Agriculture or DA Undersecretary Asis Perez also visited Australia's post-entry quarantine facility in Victoria to gain further insights into biosecurity measures and quarantine practices. The 6th PAF or PAAF reaffirmed the shared commitment in fostering agricultural collaboration, strengthening food security, innovation, and sustainability, which serves as a cornerstone of the broader economic and trade relations under the Philippines-Australia Strategic Partnership.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
More news from the Philippine Service posts the Philippines reinforced its status as a pathfinder in safeguarding children and upholding their rights during a series of high-level engagements with the United Nations. In a meeting with the United Nations Secretary General on Children and Armed Conflict or SRSG-CAAC, Virginia Gamba on March 27, the Philippines, represented by Undersecretary Angelo Tapales of the Council for the Welfare of Children, highlighted the success of its sustained peace initiatives and robust national policies. These efforts have led to a sharp decline in grave child rights violations or GCRVs in conflict areas from 79 cases in 2019 to only 9 in 2024 as noted in the UN Secretary General's report. Since the Philippines first appeared in the report in 2003, it has made significant strides in child protection, a testament to its unwavering dedication to building a safer and more just society for every child. As part of his engagement with the SRSG, Undersecretary Secretary Tapales outlined the Philippines' continued commitments to further strengthening child protection mechanisms. SRSG Gamba commended the Philippines for its leadership and progress, particularly the institutionalization of key frameworks for child rights protection, including the 4th National Plan of Action for Children and Executive Order No. 79, which established the Makabata program and its dedicated helpline for reporting child rights violations. The Philippines expressed its readiness to take up the SRSG's invitation for the country to serve as a model for best practices and to share its lessons on child protection with other nations, including in the region. Meanwhile, Undersecretary Tapales also met with UN SRSG on violence against children Dr. Najat Maalam Majid on March 26 as a follow-up to the Philippines' participation in the first Global Ministerial Conference on Ending VAC held in Bogota in November 2024. SRSG Majid cited the Philippines for its swift and concrete actions, including the establishment of the National Coordinating Center for Online Sexual Abuse and Exploitation of Children and Child Sexual Abuse and Exploitation Materials under the Department of Justice, and the implementation of the Parent Effectiveness Services Program Act by the Department of Social Welfare and Development. The country's engagements in New York reflect its highest level commitment to child protection, with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. reiterated the government's priority for children's welfare in November 2024 when he emphasized the commitment to a child-friendly and child-sensitive society of Bagong Pilipinas.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And that wraps up today's edition of DFA Online for Radyo Pilipinas World Service. I am Win Peñano. Good day.
DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.